Oh, Darcey, where do we even begin? If there's one person in the entire 90-day Fiancé universe that we have all been collectively rooting for, screaming at our televisions for, and desperately hoping finds her happily ever after, it's Darcey Silva. We've been on this roller coaster of love and catastrophic loss with her from the very beginning. We've seen her heart shattered by Jesse, picked apart by Tom, and now we are watching her fairy tale dream with Georgi Rusev crumble into a full-blown nightmare. We wanted this to be it. We needed this to be it. But as Season 9 of Happily Ever After is proving with every excruciating episode, Darcey's quest for love is far from over. And this latest chapter, it's not just a bump in the road, it's a terrifying 5-alarm fire. The latest episode delivered a confrontation so brutal and a disappearance so cold it has left everyone spinning. But the true panic set in when Darcey's twin sister and twintuition expert, Stacey Silva, dropped a bombshell suspicion about Georgi that is absolutely terrifying. What is he really up to? The sugar mama showdown that started it all. This wasn't just a simple spat. This was the boiling point of months. No, years of simmering doubts, financial fears, and deep-seated insecurities. The episode gave us a front-row seat to a showdown that felt chillingly final. The confrontation ignited over something Darcey heard from the one man she trusts implicitly, her father Mike. He told Darcey that he had heard Georgi refer to her as his sugar mama. Let's just pause and absorb that, sugar mama. For a woman like Darcey, who has built an empire on her brand, who works hard, and who, more than anything, just wants to be loved for her, this is the ultimate dagger to the heart. It's not just an insult. It's a confirmation of her deepest fear. It reduces their entire marriage, their vows, and their shared life to a cold, hard transaction. It implies she isn't loved for the woman she is, but for the lifestyle she can provide. A heartbroken and absolutely furious Darcey laid it all out. She was done. She finally said what fans have been screaming. She felt used. She brought up the dreaded green card theory, the lingering suspicion that Georgi was only ever with her to secure his status in the United States. In a moment of pure, raw frustration, she reportedly offered him a check, essentially calling his bluff. If this is all he ever wanted, just take the money and leave. But Georgi didn't just tuck his tail between his legs. He fought back, and it got uglier than anyone could have imagined. He allegedly turned the tables, shouting at Darcey and hurling his own financial allegations. He accused her of being the one who was broke, claiming that all her money just goes to shopping and superficial things. It was a viciously low blow, a desperate deflection designed to wound her and shift the blame. The hotel room horror story. That explosive sugar mama fight was just the appetizer. The main course of this disaster was served up later in their hotel room, and it's what led to Darcey's complete unraveling. Seeking comfort and clarity, Darcey confided in her rock, Stacey, about the terrifying events of the previous night. The tension in the hotel room after their fight was so thick you could cut it with a designer knife. Darcey, needing to know where she stood, tried to have a real conversation. She asked Georgi the simple, yet horrifying, question that every woman in a failing relationship dreads: where do we stand? She wasn't looking for a fight. She was looking for reassurance. She needed to know if this was just a bad night or if this was the end. Georgi's response? Silence. He didn't communicate. He didn't try to fix it. He didn't even get angry. He just left. He stormed out of the conversation and, terrifyingly, out of the hotel room, leaving Darcey completely alone to grapple with her fears and tears. She cried herself to sleep, hoping the morning would bring an apology or, at the very least, his return. But the next morning was even worse. Darcey woke up alone. Georgi was gone. He hadn't just gone to the lobby to cool off. He was gone. In her tearful TLC confessional, a visibly shaken Darcey revealed the part that cut the deepest. He didn't text. He didn't call. He had vanished into thin air. That silence, as anyone who has been through it knows, is 1,000 times louder and more painful than any argument. It's a move of pure, cold control. It's a punishment, and as Darcey so heartbreakingly put it, his move just didn't feel right. It felt final. Stacey drops the bombshell. He's up to something. This is where the story pivots from a heartbreaking marital dispute to something far more sinister. Darcey, in a state of panic, immediately turned to the one person on earth who understands her, Stacey. Stacey did what she does best. She listened. She held her sister as she relayed the entire horror story, the fight, the sugar mama comment, the storm off, the empty bed. You could practically see the protective mama bear instincts flaring up in Stacey. She has seen her sister destroyed by men time and time again, and the look on her face said, "Not again." After hearing about Georgie's vanishing act, Stacey didn't just offer a hug. She issued a chilling warning. This is the shocking claim that has the entire fan base buzzing. Stacey told Darcey that this behavior was beyond just a normal fight. Something fishy was going on. More than that, Stacey said she suspected Georgie was up to something behind Darcey's back. Let's analyze what that means. Stacey isn't just saying he's angry and cooling off. The phrase "up to something" implies calculation, deceit. Is he meeting with someone? An immigration lawyer? Another woman? Is he moving money? Is he planning his exit strategy now that he, allegedly, has what he wants? When your other half gets that powerful gut feeling, that twintuition, you have to listen. Stacey's fear confirmed Darcey's deepest panic. This wasn't a tantrum, this could be a premeditated escape. The final, icy dagger. As if Darcey wasn't already at rock bottom, processing the fight and her sister's terrifying theory, her phone finally buzzed. It was Georgie. But if she was holding out a sliver of hope for an apology, for a text saying, "I'm so sorry, I love you, I'm coming back," she was brutally mistaken. Georgie's message was a final, icy slap in the face. He slammed her, accusing Darcey of pretending to care about him when, in his reality, she doesn't. Think about the manipulation there. He calls her a sugar mama, or at least, doesn't deny it. He storms out of the hotel room. He disappears all night without a single word. And then he has the audacity to accuse her of not caring. It's a classic, devastating case of flipping the script. He's turning his abandonment and cruelty into her failure as a wife. It's designed to break her, and it worked. Darcey was left utterly devastated, finally realizing that the man she married might be a total stranger. Stacey, seeing her sister crumble, had to be the strong one. She agreed with Darcey that Georgie simply will not change. This is who he is. Stacey's only hope is that her sister finds the peace she so desperately deserves, even if it means ripping the band-aid off this toxic marriage for good. So where does this leave us? Darcey is alone in tears, holding a poison-laced text message, with her sister's ominous warning echoing in her head. Is this really the end of Darcey and Georgie? Was Georgie's disappearing act the final proof that he was only in this for the money and the green card, just as Darcey always feared? And what exactly is the something that Stacey suspects he's up to? We've been on this ride with Darcey for years, and we all just want to see her happy. But what do you think? Can this marriage possibly be saved? Or is it time for Darcey to finally choose herself? Let us know your thoughts below. This is getting intense, and we are on the edge of our seats.